Welcome to Kiss Up Cards. Keep it simple stamping up. I'm Marianne from south of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And I'm an independent stamping consultant with Stampin' Up. And so what I want to share with you tonight is how to get started. So if you want to, create your own cards, cut your own cardstock, get some designer paper and create your cards. Last video I showed you with a kit that provided everything, but now maybe you want to go to the next level, or you want to start with paper and with designer paper. So I'm going to just show you some of the things that you might need to get started. And again, I always say, if you have something at home already, use that as well. Mix and match. I have things from tools, paper, stamps, colors, stamping pads from my scrapbooking days, and I still use those. So it's not that you have to go and purchase everything through Stampin' Up and only use those products. Use what you have at home as well. Use it and use it up. That's what my motto is, and that's what I'm trying to do. So let me show you some of the basic tools that you will need, and I will show a picture of them and the prices, but I think some of the basic tools that you will need to get you started if you're working with cardstock and with patterned paper. So I'm going to just adjust my camera to go like this. Okay, all right, I think you can see my table. So the very first thing you will see is the cutting system, the cutting tool. And this is a really nice one. I really enjoy working with it. I've had several other ones, but I do love the Stampin' Up. It has the cutting blade, is the dark gray one, and it has the scoring blade. So the scoring blade only puts like a little dent into the card so that it's easier to fold. And then of course your cutting blade cuts it. This lifts up, it's got all the measurements. It's nice and compact, but yet if you need an extended arm on it to measure out, you can go to 17 inches. I've never gone that high, but I have had to use my arm every once in a while. So that's the cutting blade. The other thing that they have is these scissors. They're really great. You may not need to get them right away. I would suggest that you get the cutting tool. Definitely you will need that. This is more for cutting smaller things, especially fussy cutting. I'll get into fussy cutting in the future videos, but if you don't need to get these right away, then don't get these right away. Hold off on it till another time. You don't have to get everything right away. Okay. So then when you cut things, you now have to put things back together. And so we have two types of adhesives. We have a multi-liquid glue, which is my favorite. I like using this. And we have a tape runner. And I use this once in a while for certain projects. But you either like one or the other. But I do have both on hand because I do use this, and you'll see that in future videos. But I do use the glue most often. It's my favorite. So that's the adhesive. And another adhesive is what we call our Stampin' Dimensionals. Definitely you'll need either the glue or the tape runner. With the Stampin' Dimensionals, you can hold off onto that. Purchasing that as well. If you can't, get it all at once, that's quite all right. Get it later then. Stampin' Dimensionals adds a little bit of dimension between the card and whatever else you put on there, whether it's a mat or a picture or a label with your sentiment on it. That's what dimensionals do. So that's another adhesive that we have. Then with your stamp sets, you can purchase it two different ways. One is, these are the regular size stamp sets. So, you can get different colors, or you can get one color and work with it. You can get like You can get black. Black goes with everything, and then you could use that for your sentiments or different things. Or you can go with what we call ink spots. So you'll see a picture of it soon. It comes in a set of 6 or 8, and it is called an ink spot, but you get different colors. So it would be about the similar price of 3 of these, and you would get 6 to 8 of these. Okay, we'll see that in the pictures as they pop up. Now, once you have your stamps, you need a block. So when you have your stamps, you need to have a block. Okay, so you can see this. Mine's pretty mucked up. It's got glue on one side. I got to get it cleaned off. But it's a block. And this is the size that I use the most. So in the list, the product list that you'll see popping up soon, I have a standard size that fits fits the smaller ones. You can get different size acrylic pads for your stamps, but I've included one that's quite standard, and then you can go later and get other ones. That's what I'm trying to say. Then you need a stamp set. So when you're looking at a stamp set, if you want designs or just sayings, they have both of them. Or they have both in one stamp set. So you'll see that in this one it has butterflies, the design of butterflies, plus it has some sentiments. So it has "You brighten up so many of my days, wishing you a beautiful birthday, thinking of you, hope is a beautiful thing that flutters in the soul, and thank you." So it covers a multitude of things that you can use that for. Plus you have the different butterflies that you can use. So you need a stamp pad as well. So, and then the stamps fit on this acrylic pad so that you can, and I'll show you how to work that in future videos as well. But when you have a stamp, you need to clean it. So this is not a clean chamois, but you need a chamois. And this one, you can see, I just keep using it. You just keep rinsing it out. Yes, it was so nice at the beginning, but it does it, and you just wet it, and then you clean your stamp pad on it, and then you're good to go. And I just had an old case in the house, and I just put it in here, and I store it in there. So that's the products that, and then to make your cards, you'll need cardstock to make the base of the card, or to cut out different mats for on the card. So this is cardstock. It comes in packages of solid color, or it comes in packages of multicolors. I like to go with the solid color. You can go, I have gone with some of the multicolors, but I find I use more of one color than the others, and then I wish I had just that color. That's just me. And then pattern paper. What's really nice about our cardstock is it's colored all the way through. So if you cut it, you're not going to see white in between. So it's not it's not just color stamped on the top and the back. The paper is dyed all the way through. So when you cut it, you're going to have that color all the way through. Good quality cardstock. And the designer paper comes either like this, 12 by 12, or 6 by 6. So it comes in either way. Quite often I cut down the 12 by 12 into 6 by 6. I just find 6 by 6 more manageable to work with. And what is beautiful about our paper, what's beautiful about Stampin' Up! Paper is it's got a design on both sides. So this you'll see is poinsettias, different sizes, but then on the back you see this one has little dots on it, and this one is just plain red. So that's from one stamp paper pack. This is this was like an ombre, so when I cut it into the 6 by 6, you can see it goes light and dark and light and dark, and then on this side this is what it looks like. So when you You know, some designs have you use one of each side, and they color coordinate, which is really beautiful as well. So here's another pattern, and then on the back side it has this pattern. So they all go, because this color on this side is in here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little dots of it. So it would draw it out. So it's really beautiful. So either 6 by 6 or 12 by 12. You get the same amount, whether it's 6 by 6 or 12 by 12, you get the same amount of paper. So I'm going to now do a slideshow of the different products. So you can see the lots of beautiful products. I've shown you here what you can put together. Now, right now until October 31st of 2024, you can purchase $206 worth of items for $135. Otherwise, after November 1st, you can purchase, I think it goes back to I forget what the regular amount is. It's $185 or something. Still a great deal, but they have a really sweet deal in October. Usually in October, that you can purchase more for $135. And there's no commitment, none whatsoever. You can just get your basic kit, like basic tools and equipment and paper to start making cards. And so it's a great deal. So you can mix and match these to equal $206, and you only get it and you only have to pay $135. Sweet deal, sweet deal. So that's it. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you're inspired at all, if you have any questions on, whatever, just email me. My email's down below, and let's just keep sharing kindness one card at a time. Thank you. Have a great evening.